Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I thought it would be fun to go ahead and share with y'all some products that make me really happy, things that are bringing joy into my life right now. Obviously 2020 has been a rough year and I just thought I would share the little things that are bringing me some extra happiness. I didn't plan on doing a typical November favorites video just because next month I'm going to do like an all-in-out 2020 favorites. Today we would do it a little bit different. I've got some makeup products and also some more miscellaneous stuff. So let's jump in. The first thing I'll just show you because it's right at the top of my pile. This is the shade Velvet Affair and it is a lipstick from Lisa Eldridge and I'm just loving this shade so much. It was one of the ones that I was most excited out of her 2020 launch. And if you don't know already, I really love Lisa Eldridge's formula because it's a beautiful matte formula, but it still feels very, very comfortable on the lips. And it doesn't emphasize the dryness on my lips, which I have very, very dry lips. So to find a matte lipstick that does not make my lips look dry is a miracle. I've seen a lot of people getting these and like I feel so sad because they're like, oh, I don't love it that much, or it's just an okay formula, which is completely fine because everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But for me, I still stand by what I said. I absolutely adore this formula. I love the packaging. I love the luxury. I love getting to support Lisa Eldridge's brand because even though she's, I don't think she's hurting at all, but I just think she's a really amazing, talented person. So anyways, Velvet Affair has been my love, my affair, my favorite lipstick recently because I finally have my perfect brown, nude, like 90s lip is how I would describe it. So I feel like this was more popular in, I'd say like 2016, 2017 time, and everyone was trying to get like that Kylie Jenner 90s lip. Being someone who's very, very fair, I kept buying all these people's recommendations that were supposed to be like the perfect 90s lip on me, and they were much darker. So I feel like I never really achieved that look. It is the perfect shade. It has like the perfect amount of pinkiness and browniness, and it's not super, super nude. Unfortunately, I don't think it's available anymore, but it's definitely a product that's bringing me joy. I've tried a lot of amazing lip products recently, but that one is just, it has like a little bit of something unique about it. So next, let's talk about a palette that I'm still loving. I just thought I'd go ahead and mention. This is the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette in the shade Light. I've talked about this so much, and I think I've done 2 tutorials now with this on my Patreon. I just feel like everything in here blends so beautifully. It's so easy. It's so quick. I love the amount of like mid-tone matte options. This is the light version. They also have a deep version available as well, but I've just been using this constantly. Like nearly every time I'm not doing my makeup on camera, I'm using this. Even the shade Romeo here is getting a decent dip in it because I love that so much for highlighting the inner corner underneath the brow bone. Sometimes I'll throw it all over the lid. Sometimes I'll use it as a cheekbone highlighter and I just adore it. So I wanted to go ahead and mention that because I have been loving it. And the thing with this palette is that it's introduced a new love in my life, and that is cool toned eyeshadows. I've really never been all that much into neutral cool tones. I mean, I like blues and purples, a lot, but I just don't really go for grays and silvers and black shadows all that often. But this palette really brought that into my life and made me start enjoying that, and now I cannot get enough of the cool tones, as you can see from the look that I'm wearing today. So I would say just cool tones in general are a product or a type of product that are bringing me so much joy. And even just shopping my stash, I did a video recently with a like little build your own palette that's all cool tones, and these are actually all the shades that are on my eyes today, and I love this little palette. I had so much fun putting it together, and I just love doing smoky cool tone looks. I don't know if this is gonna sound vain, but because I really don't mean it to be, but I just feel like so many makeup looks that I do make me feel really young, but I feel like wearing cool tones is almost more of like a more like mature, sexy, sultry vibe as far as eye looks go, and I've just been loving that, and I feel very confident in these kind of tones. So believe it or not, that's all the makeup products that I wanted to mention. I have a pair of earrings here I wanted to show you guys. I found these on Twitter and I got them from a little Etsy store, so I think that they're called Threads. That's what it says right here, but I will definitely make sure to link them down below. But they're a really, really cool little store because they do all jewelry and mostly earrings that are either album covers or different magazine covers, and I think it's so cool and unique. I really don't know the legality. I really don't know the legality. Why does that word sound so funny right now? I don't know the legality of this, but I had to go ahead and buy a pair because I love them so much. If you know, you know. But here's what they look like. So, oh my gosh, they bring me so much joy. I can't. I got some little Harry Styles fine line earrings, and you can see it's the record cover. There's the record inside. I mean, I guess I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a record and not a CD, but then it has like the entire track list on the back. And I like that even though they are very bold, very unique, they're not too big. I feel like they're still a decent size. I mean, I could have gone a little bit smaller. I normally go for more delicate jewelry, but I just thought that these were so cute. I mean, I can go ahead and pull the other one out. It's the exact same. So there's basically what they look like, and I just think that they're so fun. If there's an album that you super love or a cover you love, they have a bunch of different things in pop culture. I thought it was cute. I was debating on getting Harry Styles' Rolling Stone cover as well, but I was like, okay, let's not be crazy. We'll just get one pair. I think they were like $20, but I love them. My original plan with these was, you know, I could wear them whenever. Obviously, I might wear them in a video soon just because I think that they're so much fun, but I was thinking that I'd probably end up wearing them to his concert, which was rescheduled for next year. I was supposed to go a few months ago. Break my heart, I didn't, but hopefully if it doesn't get canceled again. I thought that these would be so cute, and they're just bringing me joy. Like, even just looking at them, I think they're like the funnest thing that I've ever seen. Okay, so next I wanted to talk about a show that I've been obsessed with, which is called Outlander. It's not a new show by any means. I think that they're on their 6th season, but I was just scrolling through Netflix one day and I saw the description and I was kind of intrigued, so I decided to go ahead and watch the first episode. The first episode is very slow, like it's just a lot of like detail that's important in the long run, but I was kind of bored. But by the very end of the first episode, I was so hooked, so excited, and I just watched all 3 seasons on Netflix so fast. I was just obsessed. I haven't watched the rest yet because I have to pay for a different app, and I found out that this series is actually a book series as well, which I have here with me. I have the first one, so I wanted to go ahead and mention the books also because I decided that I want to read all the books before I finish watching the series, because I personally normally like reading books first, and there's a little bit more detail in here. I will warn you, I guess I'll tell you what the show is about in a second, but I will warn you that if you do watch the show, it is definitely more graphic. I think it's TV mature, and there's definitely some really like dark parts, things I like had to skip through personally. Like it was a little bit too dark for me. So I think I'll just go ahead and read the back of the book. It says, the year is 1945. Claire Randall, a former combat nurse, is back from the war and reunited with her husband on a second honeymoon. When she walks through a standing stone in one of the ancient stone circles that dot the British Isles, suddenly she's a Sassenach, an outlander in a Scotland torn by war and raiding clans in the year of our Lord, 1743. Hurled back in time by forces she cannot understand, Claire is catapulted into the intrigues of lairds and spies that may threaten her life and shatter her heart. For here, a gallant young Scots warrior shows her a love so absolute that Claire becomes a woman torn between fidelity and desire, and between 2 vastly different men in 2 irreconcilable lives. Shook, right? So if you like historical romance, this is a really good one. And also just getting to learn more about Scotland I thought was really interesting, because I'm a mix of British, Scottish, and actually I took a DNA test a few months ago. Essentially I spent like $90 to find out that I am in fact very white, but I found out that I have like 1% Swedish that I didn't know about at all, and then I also have a bunch of German. Anyways, I really love this. I recommend the series. Like I said, it's really nice, but if you love a book that is super detailed, super descriptive, you know what everything looks like, every character, then I think that you would really like this, because That's definitely the writing that I prefer. I know there's some that are like more fast moving stories and like it's not as detailed, but I personally like, I love all the details. I love the imagery, so this is really nice. The only thing is when you're reading the book, obviously you don't get the beautiful sound of all the Scottish accents, which is sad, but I mean, I kind of imagine it in my head. I bought this on Abe Books. I will link them down below for y'all. Abe Books is an amazing website because it's like a thrift store for books, and you can put any book in and it'll give you normally a really low price, and you can go through and choose like what condition you like. I think that this one was just like good condition, but I love buying books there because they're normally like $3, free shipping, and if it's an older book, you can get a really, really great deal. It's one of my favorite websites. But I have this really bad habit where I'll start reading a series and I'll read the first book. I'll get like 50 pages in and I'm like, I'm hooked. I'm gonna read the entire thing. And then I buy every single book. So I'm just going to be reading this series for the rest of my life because these books are gigantic with small print. Luckily, I got most of them for a really, really good deal. And then the 3 newest ones I got on Target for buy 2 books, get 1 free, which definitely helped out. I feel like I've been talking about that forever. Like, Amy, can you get back to makeup? Amy loves makeup, not Amy loves books. Okay, lastly, I have 2 different hair things that are bringing me so much joy. One I've already mentioned on my channel before, but this is this little yellow fedora that I got from Target. I mentioned it in like a little haul. It doesn't really go with my makeup or my vibes as much today, but I just love this hat so, so much. It's the only hat that I own, and every time I wear it, I just feel, you know, I just feel so good. I feel like it does really bring me joy. It was quite funny because the other day my sister and I went to, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not like a liquor store, but it was like a wine and beer store, and we were just, you know, stocking up. And my sister was wearing this hat, and there was a lady there, and she saw a hat and she saw it on my sister, and she's like, "You look fabulous. You look amazing. That hat is everything on you." So she really, really liked it as well. I was like, dang, I wish I wore the hat today. I could have used those compliments. Lastly, I wanted to go ahead and mention some bows that I got from a small indie brand, and this is Terrence William Designs. I've got 2 different like little headband bows here, and I think I saw these first because Smoky Glow retweeted them on Twitter and was mentioning them, saying how much she loves them. So I decided to go ahead and pick up this one first. It's just like a cute like little leafy pattern. This one's a little bit more summery, springy, and I do like it, but my favorite is definitely this one, which I think was like part of like their winter collection, but it's a velvet like burgundy one, and I just think that this is the most adorable thing ever. I was excited about it because of course you guys know I love supporting small brands, and I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about makeup, but there's like when it comes to a lot of other things, like I just don't know as much like hair and whatnot, and I feel like, you know, I'd rather support a small brand than like go to Forever 21 and get this or something like that. Same with earrings. I've been dabbling more in trying different indie brands earrings, but I just think that if you're looking for a really nice headband, this type especially I really recommend. I think he's a very small brand and he gets a lot of orders, so it takes a little bit longer to get your order, but I think it's worth it. I don't really love wearing it like as like a typical headband like this. I mean, you could, and it's fine. I just feel like that in general, like just by itself with the hair down, is like very like schoolgirl vibes, and I'm trying to look older, not younger. So I personally really like this when my hair is up. So if you were doing it with a pony, or if you're doing it with like, okay, my hair's already a mess, but if you have like a cute little messy bun up here and then you're wearing it, I think it's really, really adorable. It's comfy, it's soft. So that's another product or item, I don't know, I always want to say product, that's bringing me joy right now. So that's pretty much everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love if you left down below anything that's bringing you joy right now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.